floor, no name. System had me early, life played its game. Raised by echo, whispers through the wall. No one to catch me if I'd ever fall. Just a number case file on a shelf. Learn real quick, gotta save myself. Smoke in the alley, dreams in the rain. Blues in my blood, raised out the pain. Ain't no fairy tales where I come from. Just a porch light, late night on the run. Born in 99, last breath of that wind. Raised by the struggle, no next of kin. Ain't no angel, smoke in the dark.
You ever notice how some people don't see boundaries? They see opportunities. All right, now let's talk about Goldilocks, the truth behind the tales. Because that little bedtime story they fed us, that was propaganda. Goldilocks wasn't curious. She wasn't lost. She wasn't innocent. She was a comfortable little trespassing-ass criminal. This little bitch walked into a house that wasn't hers. No invite, no respect. Ate food she didn't cook. Sat in chairs she didn't buy. Laid in beds she didn't make. And when somebody finally came home like, "Yo, what the fuck you doing in my house?" the story said she was scared. See how that worked? Now look at the setup. 3 bears, brown bears, living quiet, off the grid, minding their business. Food cooked, home built, boundaries clear. And somehow, they the threat. A little sneaky-ass bitch violate every boundary possible. And the moment the owners show up, now it's, "Why y'all so aggressive?" Now it's, "Why you raising your voice?" Goldilocks ain't asked permission. She assumed access. That's entitlement. Entitlement don't kick doors in. It strolls, samples shit, touches shit, then acts confused when consequences show up. And notice, the story never asks how the bears felt. Never asks what it's like to come home and see your safety violated. Now let's talk about the part they never told you. After Goldilocks ran off, the bears tried to do it the right way. They tried to report it, tried to explain what happened, tried to say, "Somebody broke into our home." And somehow, they ended up explaining their tone. They told the bears to calm down, told them not to make it bigger than it was, told them to move on. That's what entitlement does. It don't just violate boundaries. It leaves the violated feeling crazy for reacting. And the system don't always punish harm. Sometimes it just asks the harmed to be quieter. That's real-life psychology. Because when you're used to protection, accountability feels like an attack. And when you're used to being ignored, you start questioning your own reality. Here's the therapy part. If you always minimizing yourself to keep the peace, if you always explaining your reaction instead of addressing the violation, if you always feel guilty for having boundaries, that ain't maturity. That's conditioning. And if you, the Goldilocks in the room, used to walking into spaces uninvited, used to being excused, used to calling discomfort curiosity, that ain't confidence. That's entitlement you never had to examine. Boundaries don't make you mean. Reactions don't make you crazy. And accountability don't make you the villain. Sometimes the story just been told wrong. So here's the truth. If something don't belong to you, don't touch it. If a space ain't yours, don't assume access. And if someone finally speak up, don't ask them to be quieter. Ask yourself why you felt so comfortable crossing the line. Stand on your boundaries. Check your entitlement. Heal where it hurts. Move with truth. Move with respect. Ashe.